Alright guys, so I just want to quickly go over the Bootstrap theme that we'll be using. Okay, so throughout the course we'll be plucking things out of this theme. The HTML we'll be putting it into templates in Django, but I wanted to go over it, and I will be doing a tutorial on how to create this theme from scratch. Okay, and that's probably going to be on my YouTube channel. When that happens, I will add a note to the course if you guys are interested on actually building the theme. I didn't want to include it in the course because it would be too much focus on Bootstrap and HTML and CSS, and that's not what this course is about. So a lot of times on a team you'll get handed something like this. If you're the back end, the Django developer, you'll get handed this and you'll turn it into a real application. Okay, so if we look over here, you'll see a dist folder. That's where all of the HTML pages are, all of the compiled assets like the CSS, all the compiled Bootstrap and stuff like that. But also notice that we have a SCSS folder. I use Sass in this project, in this theme, because I wanted to really customize the Bootstrap colors. So all these underscore files here are part of the Bootstrap Sass that comes in the source code, and I edited the variables to match the branding colors, so like they're blue and green and stuff like that. So that's why I use Sass. I also have a style.scss file with all the custom styles. So the partials, the underscores, they don't get compiled. The only two files here that get compiled into regular CSS is going to be style and Bootstrap. Okay, so if we look at our dist folder and we look in assets CSS, you'll see the compiled style file, compiled style file, and the Bootstrap CSS. Okay, and this is the custom Bootstrap CSS file with those custom colors. Now this all.css is actually font awesome. Okay, I'm including everything locally. I'm not doing any CDNs or anything. So if there's like Bootstrap 5 or 6 out by the time you watch this, you have everything here, and there's no need to use a later version and then have to go and change classes and stuff like that. So I would highly recommend using all of these files. I even included jQuery locally, so you can see we have jQuery here. Now you might be wondering what this lightbox is. So we have a lightbox, CSS, and JavaScript. This is actually from something called Lightbox 2, which is the solution we're going to use for the listing page for the lightbox. No, we want Lightbox 2, and it's this right here. And I can give you an example. So the reason I chose this is because it looks nice and because it allows you to do sets. So if I click on this image here, I can actually scroll through a set of images, and that's exactly what we needed for the requirements. Remember when we looked at the document, it said we needed to be able to scroll through all the listing images. So this is a great solution for that. So that's also included in the theme. Alright, so if we want to take a look at what this looks like, you can either open up an HTML file, or what I'm going to do is use an extension that I have in VS Code called Live Server. So I'll say open with Live Server, and here's the home page. Okay, so basically we have this top bar here with the contact and social stuff. We have a nav bar with the logo, home, about, listings, register, login. We have the main search with the main background image, 5 fields. Then we have the 3 latest listings. Okay, so we have the image, the price, address, some of the specs here like the bedrooms and bathrooms, the realtor, how long ago it was posted, stuff like that, and then just a services area, just a static icons and text, and then a simple footer. Okay, so that's our home page. Let's take a look at about. So about, all the inner pages have this kind of title format. So you can see they all have that with the background, building, image, and stuff. We have breadcrumbs on the site so that we can navigate easy. Home page is very simple. We have the seller of the month, and remember this needs to be controllable by through the admin area. And then any realtors we add in the admin area should show up here as well. So this should be dynamic. This shouldn't be just statically, placed in the template. All right, now the listings page will look like this. So we'll have 6 per page, and then we need to have pagination, and we also need to style that pagination. Okay, we want it to look like this, and then it had this. These are basically just like the featured or the latest listings on the home page. So if I click more info, it takes us to a single listing. And this is the main image. We have all the smaller images with the light box. Okay, so the light box is already implemented. We just need to make the images, the source, come from the database. Okay, and then we have all the fields. We have the description, the realtor. Okay, so we'll be connecting realtors to the listings, and then an inquiry modal. So people can make inquiries. If they're logged in, their name and their email should already be filled in here. Because we already have that information in the database. Then we have the search page. So if I just submit this form, it'll take us to search HTML. And it's basically the same as the listing page, except it has the search fields up here in case you want to keep searching. And then let's see, we have the register page, which is very simple, login, and then the dashboard, which I don't think we can get to from here. So I'm just going to type in dashboard.html. And this is just where you can see your inquiries. Okay, so if you made an inquiry to a listing, it'll show up here, and you can view the listing if you want. Okay, and if you're logged in, like this, the requirement said, if you're logged in and you already made an inquiry and you try to make another one, it shouldn't go through. It should say you've already made an inquiry. So that's part of the requirements. All right, so that's basically what the theme looks like. So throughout the project, we'll be plucking stuff out and putting it into templates and adding, we'll be using the Jinja template system to make it dynamic. And if you want to check out all the HTML, you can do that. So it's pretty clean, pretty semantic. We use section and header and footer and nav and all that stuff. All right, so that's it, guys. In the next section, we're going to get started on Django.